Hello, everybody, and welcome to Wrestling Wednesday. It is Wrestling Wednesday. This is Frog Wrestling, and I'm your host, Jon Jagger. And we're almost there. We're almost to the biggest free preview of all time. That's coming next week. But what kind of matches are we going to have? What's going down? That we're answering tonight. We've had two tournaments going, a men's championship qualifier match to see who's going to challenge for the title, and a women's for the same thing for the women's Frogpants championship. Last week, we discovered that Bo Schwartz from Core Blue is going to be challenging for the Dragon Beef Championship, and tonight, we are going to be determining not only who the number one contenders for each of those titles are, but who is going to be competing for the Tag Team Championship. So we have a lot to do. We have a lot to figure out, and we need to get right to it. But we have news right out of the gate. We have something we have to answer before any of this, because, well, there has been a briefcase in play for a while. Tome Merritt has held on to the Frogpants Championship Money in the Bank briefcase. He has decided to cash in. So we've been watching this tournament, assuming that whoever wins it, be that Patrick or Ben, would be going on to challenge Jon next week. Jon may not make it that far, ladies and gentlemen, because our opening match tonight, an Extreme Rules match for the Frogpants Championship between Tome Merritt and Jon Jagger. Real quick, Old Man Alex 1969, thank you for the sub. Anonymous, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. What a way to start the day here. Congratulations all around to those of you who are going to enjoy an ad-free viewing experience of Frog Wrestling. Anyway, we're going to get right into it. We have a championship match to get into. Let's get the predictions moving, because we gotta figure this out. Am I going to be the champion next week, or are we really going to be breaking new ground as we end our run on WWE 2K23 before going into WWE 2K24? What's going to happen? We're going to have to find out. Here's predictions. Vote for Tom, vote for Jon. Now's your chance. Get in and do it. My controller was all the way over there. I got it. Nobody even noticed I did it. All right, let's get into it. We could start with heartbreak today, you guys. We haven't talked about it, but we could start with absolute heartbreak. How many matches today? I think we got 5. Yeah, we got 5 matches today. I will be doing a brief intermission, though. I will say that. Not right now, but later. We're going to do an intermission. You'll know it when you see it because the show won't be going. That's how we identify it.
The following contest is an Extreme Rules match and is for the Internet's World Championship.
The championship on the line. For the last time, Tome Merritt making his way to the ring with that Money in the Bank briefcase. His golden ticket to a championship match when and where he wants. He has chosen the time and the place. And he's chosen now. Tome Merritt has been very much playing his own game. He is a part of Core Red, but I feel like he runs Core Red just as much as Scott. He certainly seems to be doing his own thing. Tome Merritt playing a cerebral game. And now finally challenging for the title itself. And this would certainly be a unceremonious way to lose the title for Jon. Who has only had a few successful defenses of the title. Actually, maybe only one post-winning it.
This is it, guys. The title is up for grabs here. And this might be the most highly anticipated title defense in recent memory.
Well, we will have to see what happens.
The pressure is on for the champion, looking to cement himself as one of the best of this era with a big win tonight.
Poor Blue has certainly been looking to make its name. If Jon wins here, that would definitely be the case. They currently have the men's championship, the women's championship, and Bo will be challenging for the Dragon Beef championship. That leaves only the tag team championship, which they do not qualify for at the moment. As Jon will theoretically be busy defending this, and Bo will be attempting to get the Dragon Beef Championship.
Introducing the challenger from Illinois, weighing in at 222 pounds, Ace D Technical Tom. And his opponent from Scottsdale, Arizona, weighing in at 225 pounds, he is the Internet's World Champion, Jon Jagger.
The challenger not taking
A major event that we are starting with here today. That could absolutely shake the foundation of what we see next week.
This is arguably the biggest.
And we are underway. Jon coming out aggressive. Looking to defend the title, looking to definitely put Tome Merritt in his place for challenging. So close to what is already a known title defense. Huge knee. And Jon currently sizing up Tom here. Just kicks to the face. The animosity between both Core Red and Core Blue, well documented. Jon certainly wants to end this quickly. And going for a pin to sell that. I think both of these competitors are going to want to win as quickly and easily as possible because both of them know they have to turn around and defend the title in 1 week. Huge drop kick to the outside. And Tome Merritt back to his feet quickly as if to say that didn't work. You're going to have to try harder. And Tom now taking control, throwing Jon into the barricade there. You'll note no count out. Tome Merritt did get to choose the stipulation for the match. He chose Extreme Rules. That means anything goes out here. We will not be ending in a count out. There will be a decisive victor in this match. And Tome Merritt kicks to the back. And another slam into the barricade. And just drops him gut first onto the barricade.
proficiency of attacks from him now.
He's hitting on all cylinders right now.
And Jon sent back into the ring. Tome Merritt now in control, but Jon back up quickly and sends him right back to the outside. And Jon with a choice gesture for Tome Merritt before he gets back in the ring. Jon looking to get control back of this match. Those kicks. Oh, collision. The ref nearly getting taken down. Buys enough time for Tome to get back in control. Jon saying he's doing okay, though. Tome fighting back. Huge drop kick. Now goes to the outside for a break. Not going to find it. Tome Merritt flies over the top.
And paying off as well.
A dodge by Jon. Oh, but a dodge from Tome. Thought we were going to see a counter there, but nope. Turns into a neck breaker, and Tome Merritt still in control of the match. Good reversal from Jon, fighting on the outside, sends Tome back in. So far, reversals working in Jon's favor as he tries to take back control of the match after a dominant start. And it looks like he might have been going for the Final Fantasy. Nope, he goes for a drop kick, but Tome dodges, and then a dodge from Jon.
Hoist it up.
Right now, everybody dodging. Jon going for a pin. Only a 1 count. They're going to have to figure out a way to beat one another down. Jon maybe trying to play a little game here. Goes to the outside, convinces Tome to go to the outside, and Jon taking a minute, relaxing. He needs to get up fast, though, because here comes Tome Merritt with a chair, and Jon walks right into it. And a submission hold. There's no rope break. There's no way of getting free unless you free yourself. Jon finds a way to do just that, but a good reversal from Tome. He is still in control of the match and drops him face first onto the chair. He's not done. He's going for it and nails him. This will be it. Jon is out, and that is all she wrote. A definitive blow. And a short match. A rough start. And just like that, the title has changed hands. Tome Merritt has secured the belt for Core Red. And Core Red is now a step up. Brian Dunaway in the chat. You haven't won yet, Brian Dunaway. Not yet. Core Red, your faction, though, doing quite well. Tome Merritt, now the champion. The 3rd champion in the history of Frog Wrestling. Tome Merritt secures the belt as we get ready for our next match here. I told you all it was going to be chaotic. I told you everything was going to fall apart before we were done. Now the face of the free preview has changed completely. Later tonight, when we see the end of the men's tournament, we are going to be determining who will be participating in a fight against Tome Merritt, not Jon Jagger. And, I already put the prediction up. I didn't mean to hit start, but it's up. Our next match, a revenge match. Last week, Alexa Bliss interfered with Gwen Gunn versus Carter Johnson. And Gwen Gunn looking for a little bit of revenge on Alexa Bliss for this interference. We're going to see a another WWE Grudge Match. Last week, we saw an attempt from Kristen to beat WWE superstar Becky Lynch. She was not able to do so. Will Gwen have more luck against Alexa Bliss? We're going to find out right now.
Alexa Bliss is here. One of the most accomplished competitors in the women's division.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from
We're still not exactly sure why Alexa Bliss interfered with the match last week, what her goal ultimately was. It's hard to even say if she was looking to ruin Gwen's shot or ruin Carter's. Her interference, unclear. Regardless, we are dealing with the fallout of that, and Gwen Gunn has challenged Alexa Bliss in another attempt to kick WWE out. Tell them to stop interfering with our matches.
This woman is the real deal.
And from Great Falls, Montana, the Undead GG.
Looking out at the countless members of the WWE Universe in attendance, they are all here because of matches like this one.
Now, you can absolutely debate whether or not Alexa Bliss's interference last week cost Gwen the match. She did end up losing, but it was not immediately following Alexa Bliss interacting. She brought a chair to the ring. Gwen successfully fought her away. But was that enough time to buy Carter Johnson the win that she needed? Again, debatable. The results ultimately the same. Gwen looking for a little revenge here today.
Exactly why she's worthy of big matches like these.
I mean, Brian, you are wrestling tonight. It's gonna happen. Not to spoil anything upcoming, but Brian Dunaway will be in action later tonight.
Do you guys have any expectations for this superstar as this match gets underway?
Yeah, I expect to see a side of her that we've only seen.
And right now, Alexa Bliss taking early control of the match.
Has that malicious side of her.
A win here for Gwen would be huge. Alexa Bliss, definitely well known, one of the bigger WWE superstars, one of the stronger competitors.
Able to shrug off her opponent.
Would be a big victory for Gwen here today.
Ooh, she hit the corner hard. This is their opponent down.
And throws Alexa to the floor. A huge moonsault. And going for a pin right out of there. Gets a 1. Match continues. And just a disrespectful stomp to the face.
That looks painful.
It's a good way of saying exactly how she thinks about Alexa Bliss's interference.
Take away her biggest advantage in the ring.
Surprisingly, I'd say no. Alexa was always more scrappy than
Alexa
cerebral,
Bliss
so I think she could keep
manages to pull it off, initially stopped.
was winning championships way before
Head to
Lily
the
here.
outside. And right now,
Oh, come on.
Alexa Bliss just absolutely the aggressor in the match.
Tapping the leg. Oh, my goodness. Jam your leg in a bad way. Right to the throat.
Just knocks her right off the edge there. Against the ropes, and I don't know what she was going for, but Gwen managed to sidestep it. Although that does not stop Alexa Bliss from getting aggressive. And a submission hold applied. Gwen fighting out of it, though.
Able to shrug off her opponent.
She had it scouted.
And there is the pin. Nope, not quite good enough. Gwen trying to make a comeback here, trying to fight back out of this. Huge running boot to the face. And another stomp. And another drop kick to the face, but Alexa Bliss with a roll-up, trying to steal a victory, only gets a 1 count.
And harder to kick out of. And a basement drop kick. Drops the hammer right on the lower back. Oh, just turned that around.
Nice go behind. Up across the shoulders.
Big drop. Gwen going for another pinfall attempt here. Gets a 2. Every pinfall attempt, you ask your opponent to put out more energy trying to escape. It's a viable tactic. And what is going on? All the lights are out. Alexa Bliss behind her. Magic. WWE magic happening. Alexa Bliss teleporting.
She heads out, but this one can be lost.
But Gwen back in control, not gonna fall for it. Not gonna fall for any weird lights out shenanigans.
Foot right in the throat. Brutal.
And now Gwen in control on the outside, throws Alexa Bliss back in. Gets her up. Another kick. Alexa just starting to sit up. Gwen knocks her right back down.
Strikes with a kick. She's showing
And
signs of
going to the top. Gonna fly. Off the top, and Alexa Bliss moves out of the way.
Both arms captured.
And this is an opportunity for Alexa to build some steam.
good measure.
And it looks like she's going to do exactly that. Going for the pin, looking for a win off of that, and gets only a 2.
Gets the shoulder up.
Gwen hangs in there.
I cannot believe she had
But Alexa Bliss still looking to finish this.
by Bliss.
Goes and does it again. That will do it.
Looking for the victory. 2.
And WWE once again asserting a level of dominance.
And here's another peek at some of the more memorable parts of the match.
Alexa Bliss making it clear that WWE's interference doesn't seem to be going anywhere.
Here is your winner.
That got rough. Another decisive victory for WWE. We get ready to head into the next match tonight. It is going to be the finals of our women's tournament. For the past few weeks, we have seen many competitors, our entire roster actually, competing to be the #1 contender for the Frogpants Women's Championship, and we are down to 2 potential candidates for that role, that being Carter Johnson and, interestingly enough, Kim Johnson. We're going to have mother versus daughter for a shot at the title. Who is going to win? We are going to have to see. Let's get this all set up right here. All right, the poll is up. It's going. Get your points in. Who is going to pull off a victory here and get a title shot against Dearest Martha herself? Carter Johnson? Kim Johnson? Kim has certainly been in the title scene before. She's held the title before. Carter has not. But she's hungry for it, that's for sure. She's won multiple matches to get here. She's performed extremely well. Is this her time to shine? It could be. We're going to find out right now.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Salt Lake City, Utah, Carter Johnson.
Here comes a superstar who's as by the book as they come. So Saxton probably loves this competitor.
Absolutely. I think it's nice to see someone with their head screwed on straight. We'll get enough insanity in the ring.
Another big anonymous gifted sub. 5 more gifted subs. Congratulations going out to everybody who won one. Let's talk about Carter Johnson. It feels like for a while there, every time she came out, I said the same thing. She's an amazing performer. She just hasn't picked up the right wins to really accelerate her position in the organization. That has changed in this tournament. She has performed extremely well. She's had major wins. And now she is going up against one of Frog Wrestling's best, the Mississippi Queen, Kim Johnson, previous Frogpants Women's Champion. A victory here would be huge. And Wonderbolt, our facts checker in the chat, says Carter's won 2 in a row for the first time in her career. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. She has performed well, she's gotten victories, but it just felt like she never hit momentum. Is this going to be the momentum killer tonight, or is this going to be just accelerating her all the way to the top?
And with this match officially underway,
and the match begins. Mother versus daughter in this case. That is the way it happened to go. And Carter immediately on the aggressive.
She's definitely not the type to give up easily, that's for sure.
But across the ring, she's facing one of the most dominant superstars in the women's division today. A superstar.
And if you thought she was gonna hold back, I think Carter is already trying to prove the opposite. She is hungry and ready to go.
Sometimes you just gotta show off and show.
Absolutely dominant so far with a brutal series of kicks.
And the rolling neck snap.
And Kim looking to get to the outside, looking to recover just a little bit. I don't think she was ready. Certainly wasn't ready for that either, as Carter throws a series of blows. A good reversal, though, from Kim. But Carter's still waiting for her, and here are those kicks. Sends her reeling. More kicks. Knocking her down and then focusing on that arm.
Everything's going against her now. This is where her grit will be put.
Kim absolutely staggered at the moment. Carter managing to bring the offense. Oh, and a slap. Disrespect right there. And daring her mom to get up, but Kim happy to oblige. And now Kim taunting, and Carter responds in kind. Another slap and a kick. Kim tolerating absolutely zero disrespect right now. Carter trying to find that momentum again. She might have found it. A good reversal. Coming at her with a series of kicks again, knocking her down. Tells her to get up, knocks her down again, and my goodness, the agility. Kim with a good reversal, though, not staying down. And Kim stopping the momentum, slowing the match down, taking control. And just knocking her to the outside. Is Kim gonna fly here? No, she changes her mind. Carter heading back into the ring cautiously. Gets in with a punch. And another series of kicks. And going for a pin. Kick out.
She shows that she's far from finished.
Right now, we are seeing two different styles at play. The fast agility of Carter, the slow methodology of Kim, but a submission hold could mean the end of things if Kim taps here. No, knee to the head, and Kim is working on escaping. Manages to get free and manages to turn this around. And here we go, a submission hold. Carter in the middle of the ring, no hope of grabbing a rope. She's got to escape herself. She manages it. Is it damage done? No, Carter back on her feet quickly, fighting back, but a good reversal from Kim. Now Kim fighting back, gets her up, drops her down, and going for a pinfall. Is this gonna be it? No, only gets a 2.
She just will not go away.
And every time we see Carter build that momentum, Kim is just putting a stop to it. Carter needs to find that speed and agility again, really shift this match in her favor if she wants to win it. But Kim right now absolutely punishing after she has built up a bit of an offense. And another submission hold. Kim absolutely looking to get Carter to tap here.
She's been on the offensive for a little while now. The momentum is clearly
And Kim calling for the end of the match right here. She's waiting, looking for it. Up and down. There's the pin. And there's the 3. Kim Johnson will be getting her rematch next week for the Frogpants Women's Championship. And Core Red is in a good place to walk away with the titles. You gotta give Carter credit. What a match, what a fight. But Kim continues to be so dominant. As Wonderbolt says, Kim is now 3 for 3 against Carter. They have faced off 3 times. Kim has always won. Will she continue to get those victories when it matters next week against Dear Martha? We are now going to determine who is going to be our new tag team champions, or facing our tag team champions, rather. Let me correct how I said that. We are going to do that in a tag team match. I got to make sure I set this up correctly here. Here's what we are doing. We have allowed any tag team competitors that are not participating in other matches next week to enter this tag team tournament. It is a tornado tag elimination style match, which basically means it's going to be a big old brawl until at least one member from one team is remaining. Falls count anywhere, anything goes. until we are down to 1 or 2 members from a single team. So we're going to see some absolute chaos here, but we loved chaos last week. We're going to love chaos again. Now, we have had a surprise substitution that I have to tell you about. After the brutal winning and assault of Core Red, that's Kim winning against Carter, that's Tome Merritt winning against Jon, Bo Schwartz has agreed to tag team with Jon to represent Core Blue in this match. If they win, Bo will be pursuing the Dragon Beef Championship in order to go after the tag team titles. So the rule is you can only be in one match next week, basically. So if Bo and Jon win here, Bo is going to let somebody else go after the Dragon Beef Championship. That's how we're allowing it. If Bo does not win, he can continue his pursuit of the Dragon Beef Championship. All on the same page? Probably not. That was confusing. But we're going to figure it out anyway, and we'll all cover it when we get there. So here we go. Your 4 teams for this match: Core Red, Brian Dunaway, and Scott Johnson, versus the Feyted Hour. That's Stanley Billings and Diane Tallis, versus a new team, a pairing we have not yet seen: Marc Spagnuolo and Dan Patriss, Geek Jock, and now newly entered Core Blue going to be participating. That is Bo Schwartz and Jon Jagger, fighting for a second time today after losing the title. Let's see how this goes. Predictions up. Match is about to start. Brian Dunaway already talking some serious smack in the chat. We will have to see, sir. We will have to see. I mean, it's been Core Red's night so far. Absolutely. Core Red has been doing incredibly well. Kim is in a good position to win the championship. Jon already lost the championship. This could be Core Red's biggest night. We will have to find out how it all goes down. We're also going to have to find out how this new team does. We haven't seen Dan Patriss and Marc Spagnuolo team up for anything yet. A newly formed team in an effort to capture some gold. Both competitors very good on their own merits. But we are going to have to see how they do now as a team. I mean, as much of a team as it is in this match, honestly, it's everybody for themselves, but we'll see how it goes. Predictions coming in. See how it goes. We're gonna have to see what happens here. As the match begins, we're going to get underway.
They are ready for battle.
And coming out first is Core Red, Scott Johnson and Brian Dunaway.
The following contest is a fatal 4-way tag team match. Introducing first, at a combined weight of 505 pounds, the Core.
You are looking at some highly motivated competitors in this match, looking to steal the show and capture the attention of the entire WWE Universe.
Scott has been on a rampage to make the Jorts reign supreme. How does he feel about his teammate Tome Merritt picking up what he sees as his championship? We don't know. Right now, he's going after tag team gold with Brian Dunaway, but I'm sure that has to sting at least a little bit. Brian Dunaway with the power glove. It's so bad.
138 pounds.
And this team,
Deadly.
the Feyted Hour,
The WWE Universe has expected a classic.
Stanley Billings and Diane Tallis. They have made a good show at trying to win the tag team titles before, came up a little bit short. Going to attempt it again. They weigh less than Core Red, even with the armor. I must say this. Absolutely zero thought was given to the weights of everybody in this game. But I will also say they are very lithe, light elf boys. So, you know, I'm sure they don't weigh that much. And it's only like medium armor.
Representing DIY from New Jersey, weighing in at 235 pounds. Wood Wickheiser.
And we got the Wood Whisperer himself
High the deck is stacked. This one competitor.
heading down to the ring,
As long as never giving up.
joining forces with geek jock Dan Patriss.
They will always be stacked against them.
Both in singles combat, extremely good competitors. But how will they do as a team? We're going to have to find out.
He calls himself the standard bearer of this division and plans on proving it in a matter of moments.
That beard keeps getting bigger. I swear I haven't messed with it, but it does look bigger. You're not wrong. But I haven't touched it. I did have to reinstall the game, though, and there is a part of me that's worried that something's messed up. Everything seemed to be there, but I continue to be concerned.
Dan Patriss.
It may not be cool to play by the rules or treat every single opponent with respect, but they don't care.
Hey, the WWE Universe.
And
sounds
Dan
like it's
Patriss
cool.
coming down to the ring.
It is cool.
What you just said was powerfully uncool.
Dan lost last week against longtime rival Ben Bumhoffer, now going to the ring
But he wants to prove them
to team with Marc Spagnuolo and make a name for himself in a different division of Frog Wrestling. They should be called Green Woody. I'm not going to lock it in, but I'm going to say I like it so far.
Fight.
And Core Blue making their way to the ring. Bo Schwartz, Jon Jagger, recently titleless Jon Jagger,
is why sports entertainment is in our
looking for some sort of retribution after a sudden title loss at the hands of Tome Merritt. They have a long history of tag teaming together. Back before Core was divided, they were the original tag team. And chaos, let it begin. Scott immediately targeting John. Brian Dunaway going after Bo, proving old rivalries continue to exist. Although Marc Spagnuolo getting involved. And we're going to slowly watch this chaos get more and more organized as we start to see eliminations occur. We go until only one team remains, Jon got a submission hold immediately on Scott, or at least early, rather. Scott managing to escape out of it. Brian Dunaway with a submission on Diantalis on the outside. Falls do count anywhere, so pinfalls and submissions outside of the ring completely legal in this match. The referee is going to have his work cut out for him, and here's our first pinfall. Dan going for a pin. The ref takes too long to get to the outside. Didn't look like it would have been a 3 anyway. Scott currently focusing on Stanley Billings. Diantalis being staggered on the outside. Meanwhile, Jon fighting Brian Dunaway in the ring. The only two still fighting in the ring. Jon holding his own right now against the extremely agile high flyer Brian Dunaway. And absolute chaos continues on the outside as we essentially wait for somebody to be knocked out, pinned, or submitted. There's a pinfall in the middle. Only a 1 count on Brian Dunaway before he kicks out. And keep in mind, as with all of our tag team matches, knockouts can occur, and they just did. Jon just delivered the Final Fantasy kick to Brian Dunaway. And Brian Dunaway, who's here in the chat, I'm sorry, you have been eliminated. And Core Red is down to 1 representative. I think you needed another hour of stretching, man. Or maybe 1 hour was too much, I don't know. Maybe you overstretched. Scott, though, trying to put up a fight, trying to represent his team. He's now an island in a sea of enemies. But Marc Spagnuolo focusing, going aggressively after Bo on the outside. So far, we have seen no other eliminations, but we are just at the beginning. Bo sent into the ring, and Scott and Diantalis exchanging dodges at the moment. It looked like Dan just accidentally saved Jon from whatever Marc was planning. They're on the same team. I don't know if Dan has the memo. I don't know what Stanley's doing. He did a cartwheel for some reason. And Diantalis walking across the ropes, cutting Scott down, going for a pinfall. The ref trying to get in so he can count the thing. Doesn't even get to 1. This poor referee. And Bo, tain't no thing on Stanley Billings. I missed it at first, but the tain't no thing has been applied. And it looks like Stanley got out of it. Stanley going for a pin on Bo. Bo only gets a 1 before he kicks out. Oh, but Jon just got the woodcutter. And that's the 3. Jon eliminated second. And now Core Blue and Core Red both down. 1 person. And Stanley Billings eliminates Bo. Core Blue has been eliminated. Core Blue already out, you guys. If you thought they were going to make a comeback tonight, nope. Big bear hug on Marc Spagnuolo, trying to get him to tap out. Will he do it? Marc fighting, but is he gonna do it? He's doing it. He manages an escape. Marc doing his best to stay alive, but he has been the target of a lot of attacks so far. He's fighting off Stanley and Scott at the moment. Certainly been a lot of animosity between Scott and Marc. And speaking of, Scott just smashed Marc's face into his knee. There's a pin. Stanley looking to get rid of Dan. Only gets a 2 count before he escapes. Looked like Marc was going for a choke slam. Diantalis got out of it. Scott remains at the definitive disadvantage at the moment, fighting by himself. And Dan delivers a big kick to Diantalis, though it does not put Diantalis down, though that chair might. Series of chair shots to Diantalis. And Marc and Dan teaming up on Diantalis while Scott and Stanley fight it out. And Scott has eliminated Stanley Billings. At the same time, Diantalis goes down. I don't know who the ref's counting. It looks like he was counting Dan. And Marc had it. The ref counted Dan first. And it gave Diantalis enough time to escape. They're not working great as a unit at the moment. But right now, they are the only intact team. Oh, and Marc's arm is injured. I don't know what's wrong with it, but Marc definitely has an injured arm. It's not stopping him from throwing punches, but he's definitely hurt. He's hurt. Medic! 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 He's trying to pull off moves here. He still seems to be able to use it. I don't know what he's doing. He's trying his best. Will Marc be able to continue this match? Right now, Scott doing work on Dan, Marc doing work on Diantalis. It is a matter of seeing who gets there first. And we have another team eliminated as Diantalis faces the woodcutter, the same move that eliminated Jon. And we now have Dan and Marc versus Scott Johnson. I mean, I would say a full team. I would say a full team, but I don't think Marc's, he's got a stop sign. It has not stopped the arm. It doesn't hit. It's stuck behind his back. I think Dan is going to have to carry the weight of this team. Marc does not seem to be able to execute with the stop sign. No, he managed. He managed a little bit. The arm has not prevented Marc from getting the woodcutter or doing this. He's going for the pin. Oh, and Scott kicks out. He's still alive, and Marc can't believe it. But Dan, he's going to get in to do his business. And they are taking turns at the moment, trying to figure out who's going to put Scott down here. Oh, Scott dodging. Marc throwing punches with his good arm. Drops him on the knee. Another woodcutter, and he's done it. A brand new team. A brand new team despite injury. Despite a grievous injury to Marc Spagnuolo's arm. They've pulled it off. Yep, we remember. And it looks like Marc may have gotten his arm figured out. He may have figured it out. All right, everybody. It is not Core Blue's night, that is for sure. Core Blue no longer in the tag team running, no longer in the World Championship running. Bo continues to be a potential winner of the Dragon Beef Championship. We'll have to see how that goes. But our brand new team of Dan Patriss and Marc Spagnuolo with an amazing showing, as they are now going to be going on to challenge Brian Ibbott and Tanner Goodman for the tag team titles next week. We now know exactly how that is going to look. And with that, that does bring us to our final match of the evening, the culmination of the championship, the men's championship tournament, to see who will be challenging now Tome Merritt next week for the Frogpants Championship. Let me see, make sure I got it in the correct order here. We are going to have Patrick Beja going up against Ben Bumhoffer, who has had quite the resurgence after a lot of losses. Ben has made a impressive comeback. We will have to see how this goes. Prediction is up. Patrick or Ben? Winner goes on to face Tome Merritt. Now, interestingly enough, Patrick beat Tome Merritt to be in this very situation. I want Ben to win, but how can you fight offensively French? Good point. Last match of the evening. The one that will decide how next week looks.
From Paris, France, weighing in at 235 pounds, the Wanderer Patrick B.
This person is a little self-absorbed at times, but the WWE Universe doesn't seem to mind.
Well, I think they appreciate someone with serious self-confidence.
Patrick has been a force to be reckoned with.
Plenty of self-confidence.
Trained on Street Fighter, trained on Tekken. Out here to win championships. He has yet to hold anything other than the TMS Tag Championship, but he is not no stranger to pursuing other titles. And as I said, both these competitors have their history with our now new champion, Tome Merritt. For the longest time, Ben Bumhoffer was Tome Merritt's protege in the Mod Syndicate. He would certainly be looking for a little revenge. Patrick already had to face Tome in order to get where he is. So we are going to have to see how it all goes. Which one of these competitors is going to come out ahead?
Physically and mentally prepared for the task at hand in this big-time match.
Spider Ben versus Patrick. I don't think either one of these would have been the front runners if you were asked who is going to be the #1 contender for the title, and yet here they are. And Patrick fighting out of an early grab from Ben. Ben taking just a little too long getting Patrick over to those ropes, but a good reversal And Ben in early control, showing off strength and power, but Patrick with good agility, sneaking a pin attempt in there, catching Ben off guard, getting a little momentum, getting a little control of the match. Big scoop slam, and now Ben is going to be on the defensive. Not for long. Do not count Patrick out. He has been a strong competitor. Oh, missed with a kick though, and Ben's going to turn it into an advantage. Gets him in a submission hold, trying to get Patrick to tap. Will he be able to do it? No, Patrick already managing an escape. And a huge boot. Another submission hold. Patrick looking to win this off of a submission. And fighting back, looking to use his power. Overpower him. And here's a prime example of what I'm talking about. Just picks him up, knocks him down, and now delivering a series of punches right to the face. And Ben telling him, get up, I'm gonna give you more. Gets him up. Spin and slam. And that is Ben's greatest strength here. Couple major blows and you're down, but Patrick, he's wily, he's quick. Big strikes, big power himself, throws Ben half across the ring. And back up, Ben winning that exchange, coming out ahead, carries Patrick to the corner, drops him right on the turnbuckle and going for a pin, going for a win.
After one, not quite enough to put him away.
Patrick sends Ben off the ropes. And looking to escape here.
This one is headed outside, guys.
Patrick following to the outside, huge kick. Just knocks him right down.
Big boot. This is just brute power.
And a big suplex right out on the floor.
Back in the ring now.
Patrick gonna get back in, doesn't want to risk being counted out. Wants to win this in the ring, wants to show that he belongs here. Ben escaping, trying to catch his breath. Patrick follows him out. And Ben seemed to be waiting for him, dumps him right on. Chat, let me know. I believe the hardest part of the ring.
Stop after stop after stop.
And with a series of punches, just picks him up, scoops him down. Patrick with a good reversal. Chat has confirmed hardest part of the ring. They have been told that. Facts being shared. And Patrick into the announcer's table area. And getting fired up. And just raining blows down on Patrick's face. The count is at 6 though. If they're gonna win this in the ring, they need to get in the ring. Ben throws him in. Ben going in too. And Ben calling for the end of the match. It's been a night for quick matches. Ben looking to end it just as quickly. Knocks him down.
Superstars on fire. Pace begins to quicken.
And Ben building momentum, building steam. And what is this? Randy Jordan, Patrick's previous tag team partner, coming down to the ring to have words for Ben. And Patrick ready with a roll-up after Randy distracted him. Ben manages to kick out, but Randy down there looking to interfere. There's the power bomb. And only gets a 2. Then rolls out.
I'll give you that. Everything possible was done to win there, but it just fell short. Sights set on the top rope.
Randy not getting involved in the match, but it may not have mattered. It might have been enough. Ben still hanging in there, and Patrick can't believe it. Ben rolls out of the way, goes for a punch, but Patrick has him. And is Ben gonna tap? Ben has taken a lot of abuse, but he has it. He has him held right there in the corner. Will Ben manage to escape? It looks like he will. Ben is up, and Patrick once again. He just can't be stopped. Nothing stopping Patrick. Gets him up, and another huge powerbomb. No, again! Somehow Ben is still in this, still alive. And Patrick, between Randy, 2 power bombs, a submission hold, Ben is still fighting. I don't know how. And Ben finally manages to take Patrick down, but for how long? He has just been so dominant. Ben going for a pin, maybe just to buy himself some time. Just get a breather, and Ben getting fired up, but Patrick already up. I don't know why Ben was gloating. Ben really miscalculating how damaged Patrick was, but Ben back in control. Lifts him up, drops him down. Ben going to the outside, trying to catch his breath. Patrick doing the same.
And this might not have a pleasant ending.
Boom, right into the barricade. Ben finding a little bit of life after an absolutely brutal assault from Patrick. Dodges Patrick's attempt. And another slam. Patrick hitting that pavement.
The limits of physical exhaustion are being surpassed at this point.
Throws him back in the ring. Ben taking his time getting in. Patrick staggering, trying to get up.
Oh, this is not going to end well.
And a huge power bomb, and Ben daring him to get up. Daring him. And a headbutt. Ben in control. After surviving a brutal beatdown, Ben is now the one delivering it. Will he pull out a victory here? Knocks him down. Patrick back to his feet. Ben knocks him down again.
He's going for it all.
And Ben going high risk. He knows he needs something big to put Patrick away. He nails it. He's going up again. No, he's just getting the crowd behind him. Will it be enough? Huge strength, just throws him like a rag doll. And I can't believe Ben is still in this, still fighting, although still showboating a bit too much. Giving Patrick a chance to stand up. Ben needs to finish this while he can. He's lucky to still be in it. He's dragging Patrick to the middle of the ring. What's he going for? Off the ropes. Patrick moves. He takes a little too long, and Patrick sees his opportunity. Submission hold. And Ben taps. And Patrick proves exactly why you don't play with your food. That was Ben's match to lose at the end. And he got too arrogant. And Patrick managed to take advantage and survive.
The Wanderer, Patrick B.
I would imagine things might have been different had this been a fully fair fight, but tonight we only have this. I don't see how you can say the distraction factor didn't play a factor in this one, guys.
Look, you have to celebrate the fact they won it all by themselves.
Were you watching the same match, Corey? They clearly had some resistance.
Ben absolutely throwing it away at the end. Too excited for what was going to possibly come, and he just waited too long. And it bit him in the butt, but we now know exactly what we are going to see going into next week. Now, of course, we are going to be doing more than 4 matches, so who knows what could happen? Are there swerves coming? Are there surprises coming? Who knows what to expect? I do. I don't, actually. Let me be honest, behind the scenes, I don't know what next week's going to look like, but I'm going to think about it for a week. What we do know is this. We have Bo Schwartz going up against Kyle Ferguson for the Dragon Beef Championship. We have the newly formed team of Dan Patriss and Marc Spagnuolo going against Team Good Bet. That's Brian Ibbett and Tanner Goodman for the TMS Tag Team Championship. We have Kim Johnson seeking a rematch against Dear Martha for the Frogpants Women's Championship. And now we are going to see Patrick Beja versus Tome Merritt for the Frogpants Championship belt. This is going to be big. And keep in mind, this is our last free preview before we shut things down. WWE 2K23 no longer going to be played after next week. We're going to take a month off, at least, while I go ahead and get everything moved over to WWE 2K24, and then we are going to be back. And the entire landscape of Frog Wrestling is going to look very, very different. I promise you that. But before that, we got to get through one more free preview, so make sure you join us next week. Every title on the line, and a few other surprises, I'm sure. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I'll catch you next week for another Frog Wrestling. Bye, everybody.